Hello, you guys. Okay, today is so very cold here in the city of Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico. City of Guadalajara, state of Jalisco, Mexico. It's really chilly, besides it's raining, and I'm quite freezing. I'm using a heater. So I'm also using these PJs, how to say pajama, that I bought in China. I love it because it's super warm, like in China they have this special gear, as you can see from inside. It's so very, very cozy. It's so thick, and I believe if I keep doing these lives at this time of the day, which is the late night hours, perhaps you will see me wearing this. Or even if I'm not doing it at this time, I can wear this no matter where I am, if I'm at home, no matter what time it is. Sorry. Okay, so first things first. First of all, as I've previously mentioned you, that I was going to be delivering you some business content regarding our day-to-day life doing business with China. So today I had this client. Let me see, where was he from? I wonder. I have like a lot of clients from all over the world. I'm not very sure about where was he from. 58. That must be like Venezuela. Okay, it's from Venezuela. So there is this client from Venezuela called Maria, whom sent me a message. Hello, I would like to purchase directly from a Chinese supplier, Shein clothing. You might know what I'm talking about, the Shein clothing, which is super popular right now. Like, you know that people purchase these clothes on a retail basis using the app, right, or the website. But nowadays we are also able to purchase lots, like mix big bulks of clothing directly from Chinese suppliers, because these clothes are already outdated, like out of season, or they got like, how to say, they are not selling on the official site anymore. So these clothes already are not active, let's say, on the men's site. But a lot of suppliers all around China, as you may know, they manufacture like, I don't know how much clothes, that many of them have like stock left. So they sell these lots, these bulks, on a like price tag, like whatever sizes, models, different types of, like, let's say dresses with this and that. So you cannot really choose what you want, but there is like a special price. Of course, if it's like bikinis, they have a price. If it's like shirts, they have another price, dresses. And of course, varying from supplier to supplier, the prices also differ. We do sell this service of like Shein clothing quotation. If you guys need it, you can add me to WeChat. My WeChat is, I'm going to leave my WeChat down below in the chat. Let me see if I can write now. Okay, I will leave my WeChat on the comment section. So if you happen to need this service of Shein clothing quotation, you can add my WeChat and we can sell you the service. We sell the service, which basically includes quoting the clothing lots on different sizes, let's say 100 pieces, 500, thousands, whatever, also different kind of clothing. It can be like bikinis, dresses, shirts. Even we had some suppliers that sell hoodies, male hoodies or female hoodies, or unisex for the season. Keep in mind that all these clothes are like last season or last season models, so they are not new, like available active on the website kind of clothing, as well as you cannot choose either sizes or models or whatever. The supplier make the lots basically, so it's a mix and match kind of thing of one specific item, kind of items, dresses, bikinis, this or that. Why would people want to buy this kind of blind lots? Because you don't get to see what you get. I mean, you can have a brief of what is inside these clothes, or what is the kind of clothing that X or Y supplier is selling. We can also show you some kind of videos. There is not a catalog per se. As for the suppliers, they will not deliver you a catalog for you to choose, but you can choose the kind of style that a supplier sells. So that's basically what you can get. We have a lot of Latin American clients, mostly Mexico. We have also other kind of, I think Costa Rica, Peru, etc., even USA, that are purchasing these lots because the prices are really low and they still can make some business, some profit out of it. Like, I don't know if they will triple or double or X whatever, multiply the amount of the cost of the clothing and still have a very good margin of revenue. So if you are interested in this service, I'll let you know my WeChat down below in the comment sections for you to add me, and we can charge you this service. Either you can pay on PayPal or with a card. We sell worldwide, we ship worldwide, we do the import service worldwide. So that was just a brief of what is the service about. So there is this Venezuelan client which said, I am interested in purchasing directly from a China supplier, and I want to import that product specifically by containers, means like very big quantities as far as she can imagine. Yeah, so many clients have a bias, or not clients, so many people, potential clients which are not clients yet, have a biased idea of the total cost of things. Anyways, so then I asked her, sure, do you want to buy supplier or you want us to quote you the whole thing? Because we do two services on this regard. Let's say you want that specific item, which is Shein clothing, then you have to purchase the service of the quotation for Shein clothing. In this case, we will deal with everything. We will deal with the quotation of the items. We will show you which kind of items, which kind of like models we have. I mean, not we, but the suppliers, and then you will choose a lot. That is one option. We will quote you the different kind of quantities of the lots, like let's say this much, this many clothing is this much, this many clothing or this much clothing, like 1,000 pieces, 2,000 pieces, 500, whatever, is this much. Of course, the more you purchase, the best price we can get, right? As well as we will quote you adding, apart from the item cost, also we will quote you the shipping cost of these many pieces, of these many pieces, of these many pieces. So in that regard, you will be very clear about what is the total cost of the clothing in that quantity, added the shipping cost, and the total cost of the overall item placed outside of your door, with all the taxes and import costs to your country. As I previously said, we have done this for Mexico, USA, Peru. We have this service for all around the world, so you don't have to worry. Of course, you are not worrying, but you don't have to ponder or wonder whether we will ship those kind of items to your country. We do ship those kind of items to everywhere around the world, and we do have the service of like importing it to your final door. So therefore you will not have to hand in any documentation, do any kind of process regarding the imports of these items. Okay, so in that case you will just purchase either, as I was saying, the service of the quotation of the clothing, and we will give you the precise price of the different options, or you can also purchase the suppliers. And this is for every kind of product that you wish to import. Let's say you now like my pyjama, and you think it's a good idea, it's a good product for you to try. So I could either do as well those two services, either quote you the product with including the shipping cost to your final door or to the port or X-Works in China, handing it to your shipping agent, logistic agent. You can decide whether you want the product put whether in the port, in your door, in China, and we will quote as you require. Or you can also as well purchase the supplier directly from us. Of course, it's a verified, reliable supplier. So you don't have to worry about whether the supplier is going to be reliable, whether the supplier is real, whether the supplier will take your money without delivering. No, it's already a verified supplier. So you have to be relaxed about that issue. Of course, you are paying us the service of purchasing a supplier, and we have previously verified the supplier and made sure that it's a reliable supplier for you to purchase directly from the supplier. Unless you need some help with the shipping, we can also do that. So in that case, you can purchase the supplier, purchase the stuff from the supplier yourself, and hand in the goods to us in our warehouse in Shenzhen, and we can help you with the shipping cost, and not shipping cost, but like the whole shipping procedure and the import procedure, like DDP. So we have those two main services, as I mentioned, for any kind of product. And in this specific case, because I'm going to be dealing with cases every day here on the channel, are you happy with it? Give me a thumbs up if you are liking this content, and if you are learning something out of it or interested in listening more business cases, because I have many. And if you have some questions regarding what I'm saying, also be welcome to write them down below. Forgive my rusty English once again, but we will get smoother and smoother with time, hopefully. Okay. So then I asked this client whether he was wanting to purchase suppliers or the quotation itself. And then he said, I want suppliers, but then I want also the shipping service. And then I said, sure, you can purchase from us suppliers. We sell suppliers. And then I sent him the link of our service. Guys, I am working on the English side because it has some final details. But as I mentioned previously, we sell worldwide. If you are wherever you are on the world, you can pay us in PayPal or credit debit card. It's okay. Even renminbi, if you want to pay. If you're in Mexico, we can accept peso, etc. So my Spanish website is already up and working, so it's already common that people will purchase directly from that website. And I sent him the link of the service of purchasing suppliers. I say, okay, you can purchase suppliers directly from this link. And there are options. Either you want to purchase 1 supplier, 5 suppliers, or 10 suppliers. Of course, the more suppliers you purchase, the cheaper the price of each supplier. Yes, you can buy 2, 3, 5, as many as you wish, and I will quote you upon that. So if you need a service regarding purchasing reliable suppliers in China, no matter what kind of products, write me to WeChat, and I will be quoting you there how much do we charge for that. And be calm that you will get reliable, verified suppliers, okay? So then I say, you can purchase that. And then he replied, will you give me the best supplier of all? And then I was like, the best? I don't know what you mean by best. Each supplier has different kind of products, different kind of models, variety, etc. So what do you mean by best? Of course, we can give you one supplier upon your requirements, if it's like, let's say, bikinis, dresses, whatever, no? And then I say you can pay first, and then we will see your requirements and source a supplier that fits best your expectations. But then he didn't continue saying anything. He just left me like that. I'm not very sure how to say these words in English. Whenever you write a message and the person and the other half will read that message and will be speechless, like he would not reply anymore. In Mexico, in Espanol, it's called visto. So basically, he just left me. How to say, seen? Like the message is seen and I don't receive any more anything from him as a reply, which from my side is not at all satisfying, to be honest. But anyways, so that was the case, and the video that I am making right now is for you guys to have a better understanding about whether or not is there a best supplier from all the rest. This will vary enormous on... Hello, Serpensa, nice to see you. This will have a very big impact. Oh, I'm nervous because of Serpensa. So this will depend a lot upon your requirements, whether you need specific characteristics, whether your market is having such and such different expectations, also upon your quantity. Let's say you have, not such a big quantity, then let's say the biggest, most qualified factory in China is not going to be your best supplier, because you are not upon that level that you can already purchase from them, because they are selling, let's say, 10,000 pieces and above. So even that supplier can be very great, it's not going to be your best supplier. So this is why different persons or different people have different expectations of a product, expectations of a purchase budget, etc., and will totally depend on that for us to source and find the best supplier for you, for your specific situation and a specific budget requirements, etc. I hope that I made myself clear. I was very red. Good info. Many people can learn from this. Oh, thank you, Serpensa. I'm flattered. And by the way, I bought my hoodie from a supplier in China because I like it. It's very comfortable. Besides, it's very warm. Here in Mexico, we are very cold. So, yeah, welcome. Thank you. Give me a thumbs up. At least you. So basically, yeah, I wanted you guys to understand that such a thing as the best supplier can be very subjective. It's not such a solid, rock solid kind of thing for everybody, because not everyone is on the same level, and it really depends on your, as I mentioned previously, expectations of materials, even some qualifications on the supplier. For example, some suppliers have such and such licenses, such and such ISOs, such and such qualifications. For example, for Europe, we need the CE. That is very costly, and many suppliers do not carry this certificate. And let's say for Latin American market, you do not need this CE certification. And there are so many factories in China that are producing products without the certification, because they are very well aware that they can still sell to other markets, and they aim other markets. And then you're gonna be thinking, well, isn't it a supplier that has the CE certificate better than one that doesn't carry the certificate? you can say it's very relative, because yeah, it's better for a customer that is based on Europe, because therefore he has the power to import these products from the supplier. Because if he was to buy same products from a supplier that would not carry the certification, when the goods would be arriving to his or her country, he or she wouldn't be able to import this kind of goods. So it's very important for you to check upon that, and then the answer will be, is the best supplier, maybe that supplier that doesn't carry the C, is better for Latin American countries because the cost overall is cheaper, and that really depends on you. Certification, super important and very local and market dependent. Some clients won't even touch your product if it doesn't have the proper certification. Thanks a lot, Ray, for your comment. It's very, it's a great contribution. As I was saying, it's very important. Some markets do not require any certifications for products to be imported, as well as some others do require that. And if you happen to purchase from a supplier that does not carry the certifications needed in your country, then whenever goods are on customs, they will not be allowed to come in, and then you will have a big loss. So which supplier is best? It will all depend upon even your country regulations. Yeah, so a lot of people will digress whether a supplier with certification is better because it's, the product is already certified by such and such organism, so it's a proof that it's better. But it's a question of whether you really need or not the certification, and whether or not your market is willing to pay for that certification, because having more certifications or certificates, licenses, will also make the product more costly, because suppliers do need to pay for these licenses, these certifications, and they will put this cost on the product manufacturing. So the more certifications the supplier has, the higher the cost of the product will be overall. And will that be a best supplier for you? Not in all instances. As I've mentioned, we have some markets, like maybe some African markets or Latin markets, which are not expecting any certifications. I'm not proud to say this at all, because of course importing goods without the best of regulations is not the best of practices, but these markets are just willing to pay such prices. So if you were to import the best from the best supplier, which is, let's say the most qualified supplier in China of X product, then your product cost will be super high, very high compared to the other local competition prices, because of the differences in certification, regulations, whatever. But the local markets are not used to pay for this, and are not willing to, and do not value that. Let's say here a lot of people do not, there is market for everything, but overall the market, ¿cómo se dice? My Spanish and English. The market aspires to purchase the lower cost merchandise. So they will overview whether your product contains or has any certification overall, and they will just prefer and choose the cheaper price merchandise, although they will have to restock that kind of product in a few months, because it will get it will get broken very easily because of the lack of quality and the cheap materials, the lack of certification. Maybe there will be some damage or whatever, but there are some markets which are used to that kind of thing. How do you verify the certifications are real and not fabricated? Okay, so we do have a very... Okay, listen guys, I don't know if you guys are new here, but I've been doing this for more than 10 years. I have my staff in China working with me. This year is going to be 9 years. 9 years. 9 years working with me, and previous to that I was working by myself. So we have a lot of experience, and we have a system. We created a system. We have a website. We have a lot of different resources. Official Chinese websites where you can check very precisely and in a very formal, official manner whether or not they have these certifications and they have these licenses. As well as you can see very easily when they are having some big brands, for example, the Supplier X or Y is having big clients, for example, big brand clients back in USA, back in Europe. So then you can double check, oh yeah, the Supplier is having some very big brand clients. It's a very trustworthy supplier, but we do have the power to do so. So you don't have to worry. If you wanna purchase a supplier from us, we will sell you the supplier, and once we send you the information of the supplier, it also includes the certifications, the licenses, and the main brief history of the enterprise. When was the date of the foundation of the enterprise? How much was the investment of the how much was the capital investment? I'm sorry guys, my English is so bad, but these last few years I've been just speaking Spanish and Chinese. Like with how much money they started the company, how many employees they have, which are their main markets, which are their main clients, how much is their year revenue, etc., etc. If you figure that out, you will be rich. Get some local contacts, find out where the Western brands get stuff from. Yeah, we do have a lot of I do have my China team working in China, so we do research a lot of let's say from time to time we have clients that they want to, even myself, start manufacturing some products, and they want to compete with some already well-established brand. So of course we can do a very deep research about who is manufacturing what and sell the contacts for the clients. This is a deeper research than just the normal one, because in this case you need to really go in person to many of these expos and fairs, so in order to face have the talk, and they will disclose those kind of information just face to face. Usually by internet, by message, by remote communication, there's not such a how to say, they are not as, this information, of course, is very discreet information. And once you are there visiting expos of this and that, of X or Y kind of product, suppliers will see you going around and will, with time, disclose their secrets. I am telling you this because once I was researching something very specific for a USA brand, a Mexican brand, that wanted to compete with a USA brand, and this USA brand was manufacturing with a China manufacturer, someone which we didn't know who he was, and then the Mexican company sponsored me to go to each and every expo and fair of this kind of products all around China. So I started going to these expos, and with time, of course, suppliers see me in Shanghai Expo, suppliers see me in Chengdu Expo, suppliers see me this and that, and they understood that I was serious and I was really trying to find someone in this arena, and therefore just face to face I was able with a few rounds all around China to disclose who was manufacturing the products for this specific popular best brand of these X products in the USA. He will be, okay, come to my warehouse, I'll show you something, and then he will display it for me. This is the brand you are looking for, let's say, for example. We are the suppliers of this brand, and then he will show me all the stock of that brand, and I was like, wow, isn't this like confidential information? Of course it's confidential, but it's China and they want to sell more. So with time you will be like visiting them, and they will be disclosing information for you to become their clients. And then one supplier will be manufacturing to two different brands that are competing to each other and having the same I'm sorry, my English is so bad. Okay, no way, she looks 20. Oh no, I am 87. I am the year of the rabbit. This was my year, and at this very moment I'm Sanshi Liu Sui. Sanshi, ¿cómo se dice? 36. Yes, I can verify. I accompanied her on trips to her suppliers many years ago. She is very qualified to talk about this. Serpensa, I am flattered. Why are you giving me so much credit? I agree. Attending trade shows is very important. Yes, it's not that you have to attend trade shows in all instances. I'm just talking about when you are having a very, very big project and you do wanna do a very, very deep kind of research. And once you have a face-to-face conversation with each supplier, and once you see that this and that manufacturers are going to this and that kind of trade shows, then you will realize yourself like, wow, this supplier seems to be like the big one here on the industry, because he is having this big booth, he is having these big clients under his or her name factory, he is manufacturing for X or Y big brands in Middle East, USA. So you yourself will realize that it's very different from just searching upon internet for a supplier. In that case, you might not be able to get the real information about that supplier clients. Of course, some suppliers have a list of clients which are very proud of and will display them on their Alibaba site or on their website, but is not that for all the cases, because some information is secret confidential information. And once you get to go to these trade shows, and you get to tell them like, hey, I'm looking for this supplier manufacturer, perhaps the first time they will not say, but once they see you that you are serious and searching, they will start disclosing information. You deserve the credit because you earn it. Serpensa, what is that you're doing up late? Well, thank you very much. I'm very flattered, to be honest. So as you can see, guys, I have a lot of experience in this arena, but I rarely talk about this. So now I'm going to start disclosing this information for you in our variety of business cases that we have on a daily basis with our clients. As I previously said, most of them are Latin clients, but I am doing this specifically to get new English-speaking clients all around the world, of course, USA clients, and whoever is on this channel understanding these words I'm saying. Once again, apologize me for my bad English. I haven't been practicing speaking English recently, but soon we will get fluent again. So yeah, this is basically, thanks, I will try to follow you. So yeah, I will be doing these live streams because I like to interact with you guys as I'm speaking, and then I don't need all this production, as well as answering your questions here and building a community of business mind-like people interested in such matters. So my main message is that there is not such a thing as a best supplier for everyone. It's very important to say that, But there is such a thing as the supplier for you at this very moment, with your these very requirements and your this very budget. Do you get me? Am I I'm very tired? Okay. I think I got a little bit excited. So yeah, basically that is just a brief explanation about a very important thing, because there are so many cases, so many times where one client that doesn't even has the enough investment or budget to purchase from a very big factory in China is willing and wanting to get to the very top of the top, and he doesn't even have the means to purchase from them, and he doesn't even have like also, as you have requirements to purchase products, suppliers have their own requirements for you to purchase from them. Do you get me? So it's a kind of matching situation. Once you have your own requirements and you meet, once you have your own requirements, if you want to purchase a supplier from us, we will meet you with the best supplier for your case, your situation, upon also the supplier's requirements to purchase from them. So I hope that you enjoy this talk and be clear that we can help you whether you want to purchase reliable suppliers, as well as whether you want to purchase a quotation of whatever products, machinery. I just can't have my English right. How to say? 原材料, materia prima, insumos, 材质，哎呀，好多东西。如果你没学到什么，就可以问我什么，然后我们就可以买给你。I am on an everyday basis in contact with my assistants and team back in China, so Chinese for me it's a very normal language, as well as Spanish, but English got to run. Love the hoodies, stay awesome. Oh, stay awesome. That I really miss that phrase. Of course, say it from you to me specifically. Thank you, Serpensa. Have a great night. Send you a big hug, virtual hug, with love from Mexico. Bye bye. Wow, this was very unexpectedly awesome, as he will put it. So yeah, if you are enjoying this kind of content and you are interested in listening to more of these cases and different situations, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you on the next one. Hopefully tomorrow we will have more. Guys, I have like years and years of content regarding business with China, so I have enough to say, and also I'm happy to answer your questions. If you have any questions regarding these services that I was talking about or anything else, please leave it on the comment section, and I will be coming back to you with the answers in future videos. Yeah, so kisses to the world. And by the way, guys, I didn't say my age. I am now 36 years young. Oh yeah. Because someone was like, oh, she looks like 20, maybe because of this. Yeah, but no, I'm not that young anymore. That was like 16 years ago. I was 20 when I emigrated to China. I arrived to Beijing when I was 20 years old. That was a very great time of my life, but I'm gonna make this time greater, and hopefully I will be meeting you guys soon somewhere, either in the USA or even in China. If you want us to be your eyes in China, do not hesitate to let our company lead your purchases, etc. So I hope that you had enjoyed this video. I am very, very flattered, of course, especially because my good old friend Serpensa came and I was just blown away by his good words. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow. I believe that we have to set a time for me to make these live streams on a very specific, schedule, so everyone is able to come in and that. So let me know also which timing will be best for you, either morning, night, noon, please. And give this video a thumbs up, don't forget that, because it helps me a lot. If you're new to the channel, welcome to subscribe. If you don't want to subscribe, doesn't matter. See you soon.